I die.
What is going on, everybody? So,
Yes.
Lewis, episode 15. I think it's 15. If it's not, I'm going to have to take that out. But I'm pretty sure it's 15.
Cut that.
We'll just cut that out real quick. But I do want to say, how's your weekend been, bro?
Been good, man. You know, just been training, doing some stuff. Was able to really relax and enjoy myself last night. You know, didn't have too much on, so went out, had some stuff with peeps.
Yeah, nice.
Oh no, yeah, went out on town a little bit of clubbing, bit of fun.
Do you go like to the cross?
No, don't go across. Don't go across. Nah. To be honest, actually, no, I went out in Northern Beachy.
Oh, nice, Summer Bay.
I'll tell you what wasn't bad. Although funny stories about my mates, but for now we keep them secret.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, we'll talk about them at a later date.
I like it.
Anyways,
save those for the bank.
Yeah. What about you, sir? What was your weekend like?
Pretty busy. I went to Sydney to watch Bruno Mars. That was very.
Oh, whoa.
Hold on. Whoa. Bruno Mars was very good. Thoroughly enjoyed.
You were in Sydney. Where was my invite? Where was my conversation? Where was my text? Where was my hello? Where was my want to hang out? You up? Where was any of the communication?
Well, I'm actually glad you asked because I messaged you, but I didn't have service.
Oh, you didn't have service? Yeah, Sydney's known for having bad service. You know, everyone else complains about.
I was with Optus. I'm with Optus, and you know what? We all know what happened there. So. Yeah, sorry, man. Hey, I tried.
All of
you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't win them all. I tried, and you know I would. You know me. Hey.
You know. I mean, this is twice now you've been up here and just not said anything. But do I know you anymore? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hey, come in close. Come in close. Come here. You know me. You know. You know it.
All right, forget them for a sec. Just chat.
Oh shit! What else been happening, man?
Not too much, hey. Just been going on, chilling on the beach a bit, but other than that, not awful lot.
Good weekend, hey. Weather was fucking nice this weekend.
Oh, for once, yeah. Instead of piss and rain like it's been recently.
Yeah.
I will say I had the moments this morning. You know when you wake up and you got to be somewhere early in the morning, like after a night out, and you almost find yourself going, how many standards did I drink last night? Am I going to blow under?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm just and I did it in my head and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. But I sort of just sat back at that moment and went, holy crap, how often do I actually do this and go, can I even drive? Because no, it's the amount of mates I go.
That's the tell. Hey, that's the tell. If you have to ask yourself, you're probably not good.
Well, no, you think about I guarantee you have mates that just literally get in the car straight away. They don't even question. They're like, oh, I had to sleep. It's fine. And they get in the car. And I'm like, yeah, but you also dropped 40 standards. So
that's
bro, you're anything but fine. Yeah. And bro, I've seen how you drive sober. Leave it there. Sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. I feel you.
So controversial topic for you.
All right. I'm ready. 7.
I was playing a bit of sport the other day.
Okay. What sport? Do you mind me asking?
There was a bit of basketball.
Bet it was AFL. Oh yeah, okay.
A bit of volleyball. All right.
Volleyball. All right. Yeah.
And I am very curious. It brought up a really interesting point because I didn't question it. I just played the game. But we watched a women's game.
Yep.
And on one of the other teams was a transgender male.
Okay.
So my question is, what is your opinion on this matter?
Look, we're gonna
how to get cancelled 101.
We're gonna start off nice. Yeah. And I personally believe if it's a sport, no, because even that's wrong. Because I was gonna say golf. If we're golfing, let them play. But I mean, it's gotten to the extreme because I even watched the other day a transgender female. Is that when they've gone from man to female? Is that right? I don't know. Whatever. No, not whatever. Sorry, my apologies. The female, a male that is now female,
yes,
was in an MMA fight with an actual female.
Yeah, that's literally one of the big things I was going to say. Is I'm like, I feel like there's always, you always want to be inclusive and there's room for everyone, but you have certain situations like that where it's like, hold up, this is someone whose like whole body works differently. And yeah, they usually have to go on like the stuff, the hormone reduction and all that sort of stuff, and it like blocks all your hormones and stuff like that. But I was still like, you still have the physique and like that sort of stuff and all the not benefits, sorry, but like all like the physical attributes that you had when you were a male, and you're now using that in a fighting arena where you dead set will hurt someone. So
and the other thing is as well on that note is like, you can be on all those, the estrogen and all that, but it's like you've been a man for, let's say, 25 years.
Yeah.
It's very different to what you're doing now. Like, I don't know. I think the best way to go about it, because like you can bring up any sport. It's in the Olympics, it's swimming, it's in everything. Yeah. But I think the way to go about it, in my personal opinion now, people don't like this, fair enough. But in my personal opinion, I think the way it needs to happen is they need to be in like their own section. Like have trans people.
See, I thought about this, right?
Yeah.
But would you not get the same situation anyways? Because even if they're trans to trans, that means you're now having men and women playing together in a competitive comp, which if it's UFC, is that not an issue anyways?
I get that, but then you can't just go, oh, well, this is trans for men to women and then women to men. Because then
I think with the risk of sounding a bit misogynistic, and I'm trying to be as plain as possible, because I think we can both like, look, I've met a lot of people that are, and like, they're lovely people, all that sort of stuff. Why wouldn't they be? Actually, just like everyone else. But so they're awesome, like people. But the one thing that always got to me was, I have a feeling if you were a transgender male, so I think you've gone female to male, and you went to play sport in the men's comps, I don't think anyone would question it. Because naturally they're going to go, oh, that's fine. Was a woman, but now competing in the men's comp. Yeah. I think the only time you get the controversy is the other way around, having a person who was a male move into a female division.
Which, in saying that, I do think the controversy is fair.
I definitely agree.
Male, and then it doesn't, as I said, you were a male for 20-something years. It doesn't just happen overnight where you just switch up. You're like, oh, cool, I'm female.
Oh, no, I have seen on YouTube a sport match where for me, it's all about like how much benefit are they going to get when they make the switch, sort of thing. That's when it's like, it's controversial, because it's like, I saw one where there was a junior division of, I can't remember what sport it was. I think it was basketball. And the guy that went to be a girl, sorry, the transgender female, so male to female, was like 6'9" as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So it was like bullying everyone in the paint, like destroying everyone. And I'm like, see, that's what I mean. Or even think about like rugby. Think about rugby. You have those huge dudes. If one of them goes, I now identify as female, I'm transgender. How long do you wait before? I think there is a waiting period. There must be. There's no way they let them.
I don't know. Well, like, listen, the thing is,
waiting period.
If LeBron James, no, okay, LeBron's the one. If Giannis Antetokounmpo puts on a wig and says, I'm a female, put me in the WNBA, like, is that fair?
No, of course not.
I mean, it's like, I've been taking these pills for a year. I'm 6'11", and I want to be in the WNBA. Like, is that okay?
Well, see, I think I understand about the whole thing is like our bodies work differently.
Yeah, 100%.
So there are certain advantages to being male, certain advantages to being female. Obviously, men tend to be. Oh, geez, this is going to be dangerous.
No, yeah.
Men tend to be.
Hey, just remember, he said it. Me.
No, but like you look at like world records and stuff like that. When it comes to physicality things, females generally are a lot more flexible than we are, like way more. That's why they dominate in gymnastics. Like they are just like, I won't watch men's gymnastics. I will only watch like Simone Biles at the Olympics, just destroy people. Like, oh my gosh, they are some phenomenal gymnasts. But that's the thing. They have that benefit like of being massively flexible. While with guys, it's more like muscle size and stuff. Like, so like things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
strength, like as in like lifting and running is where
Well,
a
I
lot
think
of guys
I
will
think
find their
in
strength.
saying that, that did happen with a male to female power lifter,
Yes.
where it's like, bro, come on now, you can't be in a female.
Lifting the same max he was.
Yeah,
And just steps over and
like there's a look, there's a sports. I mean, do you do a mixed thing? Like, is that how you go about it?
You'd have to. You'd have to. Well, what you do is you think about they'd have to have modified rules. They'd have to be modified
Yeah,
rules.
and you'd
It
have
can't
to.
be the same
It has
rules.
to be mixed. Like if you don't want a full trans, as you said, male to female, female to male,
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
do something mixed because you can't have. Like, we're not having Candace Parker come to the NBA. It's not happening. She can't be like, I'm a man now, get me in the NBA. That's not how it works. And then, okay, it'd be a big one. Let's say we got Ronda Rousey, ready? You know, fighting champ. I want to fight. But then Francis Ngannou goes, I'm female now. Let's fight. Yeah, like, I just don't see. I think there needs to be strict rules. I understand that it's new and it's very hard to do the right thing. Like, any way you look at it, you're going to upset somebody, and I understand that.
Oh yeah,
But
100%.
I really think from a logical point,
Yeah.
you need to understand that, like, not everybody's the same.
Of
I mean,
course.
I can't even fight Francis Ngannou in the state I'm in.
Yeah. Obviously, because you've taken a few weeks off training. If you were training, then
Right. If I
yeah.
was still training, different story.
If I was in my prime, you'd have to watch out. Yeah.
Well, it's been a little while, couple years. So don't worry about me. But now, if we're like, "Oi, Francis, you feel like a girl today?" Yeah, I do. I want to go fight the female heavyweight champion.
That was the thing I was going to say. Even when you look at them, they don't hit that weight class.
Yeah, well, that's true. But then,
and that's a bigger thing. Imagine, like, let's say AJ coming off his losses. He's feeling a bit down. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna become a woman."
A bit feminine, let's say.
But the thing is, so let's say he goes transgender. What's the heaviest weight division for women?
I don't know. I don't know boxing like that.
I'm going to guarantee he's going to be almost 100 pounds over that.
Yeah, but then are we fat shaming him?
Well, that's the thing. But then, what happens? Because I'm excluded because I'm heavy, and it's like, well, no, you're built like a Coke machine with legs. You're just shredded, but like.
No, well, that's the
thing, because you can't.
Dangerous. That where do you draw the line? Because we can't say, yes, you can box, but then it's like, oh, but you also got to be this weight. It's like, well, hold on, I've just transitioned. I'm obviously going to be bigger. Like, now you're fat shaming, and you can't fat shame. Even though personally being a bigger guy, fat shaming works, but it's all good. What are you doing? Don't give me the silent treatment. I hate that.
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to find out what the heaviest fighting division is for boxers for women.
I don't think it's high. I think it might be 145. But then in like a Japanese league somewhere, there's some, you got some heavies punching.
Oh my gosh, they have those ridiculous. Have some insane fights where it's
like, you've got like that chick that someone Garcia who's like 6'11" fighting. I mean, she could fight Francis.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So currently there's the heavyweight. They do have a heavyweight division.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, no, they do have a heavyweight division. Your pounds to kilos, don't you, roughly?
Oh yeah, of course. Google.
What's 20 kilos in pounds?
No. Give me the actual weight, because then you go off MMA like standards.
20. Oh no. I'll just do it here. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
So this person. So here we go. AJ, if he were to switch into women's heavyweight, their cap is at 80 kilos.
Okay.
He weighs 115.
Yeah.
What, he's just going to drop 35 kilos?
Yeah, but what? Then you don't let him box, but he feels like a female.
But no, but the thing is, then you're excluding. You know what I mean?
That's right. Well,
so this is where we have that conversation.
Because he's too heavy, he's not allowed to box. Well, he feels like a female.
But then the thing is, but now you're excluding him. So now, and it's always that concept of like, like you said, there's always going to be someone that's unhappy. So how do you structure it so that everyone's happy?
Well, you make an open weight, free for all.
Bro, the insurance for that would be nuts. But the funny thing is, if you made it an open weight, it'd be the most watched thing in the world in terms of fighting. Everyone would watch an
I
open
disagree. I disagree because I strongly believe even trying to watch like those fights now, where it's a male to female and they're fighting,
What site's that on?
it's not an easy watch, bro. Oh, you watch one girl that's like built like is massive, big shoulders, everything, fight this like timid little thing, and it's not something you want to watch, man. It needs to be. I know it's new and it's really, really hard because it's like you have to do right by everyone, but it's still unfair on some end. I mean, let's look at it this way, right? You said gymnastics. No, let's go swimming. Let's do swimming.
All right. Yeah. What if Phelps, like when
no, listen. Let me hear me out. Let me have a two. So you've got this person, right? From the age of 4, swimming. No, hottest prospect in swimming history. I don't even know if that's a thing, but we're gonna go with it. All right, we're gonna go with it.
I'm with you.
So they go a female swimmer, meant to be the next. Who's a big female swimmer? Stephanie Rice. There you go.
I was gonna say you got all the Aussies you could have named, but yeah, cool, Steph Rice.
Steph Rice. They're gonna be the next her. She's gonna be the greatest female swimmer in all time. And then she hits 20, right? Peaking 22, actually. She's peaked. Olympics, everything's going well. She's ready. And then they go, oh, we've just had a new sign up. He's been swimming a couple of years. He was, ranked 500th. But we're gonna. He's now trans. He's been taking his whatever they take for a couple of years. So he's in your comp now. Now, how is that fair on someone that has worked their whole life and gotten to, and then a male that's just bigger, faster, stronger, that is still swimming, but it's obviously going to be easier for that.
What happens when it's like, oh, this guy's a nobody and he comes in and he's, oh yeah, by the way, I'm just going to randomly bring in this person who, just because he's been swimming for multiple years and his build is different to yours, he actually is like 5 seconds faster than you.
Yeah.
But we're just going to bring him in now. It's like... No, do you know what one of the most interesting thing is? When you talk about greatest of all time, like GOATs and stuff, tennis got brought up. I personally think it's Federer. And like, even though he doesn't have as many championships as the other two, my logic is when they were all in peak condition, peak physical condition, like in their late 20s, early 30s, like they were the best they've ever been.
The best. Yeah,
he dominated everyone. He beat everyone in their peaks. And just because, some of their peaks are lasting longer, well, like not lasting longer, but like as in their skill levels are still high. When they were their fastest, hitting their hardest, all that sort of stuff, he was the best. That's why I claim him as the...
Well, I agree with you. I think Federer personally is the GOAT of tennis.
But here's the thing. Someone brought up Serena and went, oh yeah, what do you think of Serena? And,
oh my God, I was about to bring this up.
And the host said, the host said, I think Serena Williams is the best female tennis player of all time and will be the best of all time. And someone said, why did you have to use the word female? And my mind was like...
Wait, okay. So you don't know what I'm about to say? Good. Ready? Did you know that the ranked 270th tennis player called out Serena and Venus and they went and played for a match. They went and played because they thought it was going to be a big push for females in tennis and show that the gap isn't that bad. They got destroyed. And they came out. It ended up being a real bad thing because obviously, it was supposed to bring them up and be like, oh, female sport. And then it was just really bad. Because then Serena and Venus come out and say he's just hitting the balls in a way we've never seen before, doing things we've never like.
Well,
never
it's a different sport.
That's right. So
the way but the thing is, so if I can just point this out, they have to play the sport differently. And that's the thing. You play to how your sport works. Like, for example, when I coach, I can't coach the male athletes I have the same way as the female. I have to teach them different ways because the way the men play is different because of the fact on average they're taller and that sort of stuff. So they have to play a different style to.
And that's what I'm saying. So when they did the tennis thing, I mean, they all got exposed, and it's just showing that, yes, Serena is 1,000,000% the greatest female tennis player of all time. But she went up against, it was something stupid, like the 200, maybe even 300 ranked guy. And I think got swept the whole way through. You can look it up. It's there. And it's like, even when you look at that, actually, I think I saw this on a podcast, and I'm fair sure they've tried to, like, it's really hard to look up. They found it on the podcast I was on, but they've kind of tried to put it away.
Oh, no, okay, I found it. So this is, do you remember the original Battle of the Sexes? It was like Margaret Court and like Bobby Riggs.
I'm going to pretend like I did.
Margaret Court was one of the greatest like Australian female players ever. That's literally why, like, you know, there's one of the famous tennis courts is actually named after her, Margaret Court.
Okay.
Now, Bobby Riggs was this old 55-year-old dude that literally went, "Oh, I can beat anyone," and everyone was like, "Sorry, what?" So in May, he played Margaret Court, and who was at the time was the number one, and smacked her 6-2, 6-1 in her game.
This is the thing we need to.
And the thing is, no, here's where it got interesting, because he had gone to, hold up, Billie Jean King is the famous one, who then it's Battle of the Sexes 2. Billie Jean King went to play against him, and Billie Jean King beat him 6-4, 6-3, 6-3.
Yeah,
she was able to beat him, but again, everyone's like, "Wow, awesome!" But again, you're looking at a 55-year-old retired tennis player going toe to toe, and then they had it again, and now, then you had the other way round. It wasn't a male going, "I can beat anyone." It was actually Serena and Venus coming out. So Serena and Venus said, like, I've got it here, literally said to them, what the hell, as if they said this. They said, "We can beat any male player ranked outside the world's top 200. So this guy called Karsten Brasch, who's ranked 203rd in the world, came out and beat them both. He beat Serena 6-1 and beat Venus 6-2.
Yeah.
The thing is, he was a bit of a dick about it, but at the end, he claimed he played more like a top 600 player. Like, he was like, "Oh, I played like more for fun, just because, you know, I wanted to keep it fun." Yeah. So this guy is claiming, while they're trying their asses off, he's claimed he's dialed his game down.
But even so, if he's claimed or whatnot, he's still the 203rd guy. He's nothing special. I mean, I bet no one knew his name before that.
It wasn't close. He flogged them.
Yeah. And that's what I bet no one knew who he was before that.
Oh, exactly. That's the thing.
So, you know what I mean? That's that conversation where you can't just leave it and say that it's equal, because it's really not. Well, I guess that's us. That's the topic of the day. That's what we're going to start doing.
But I just could not believe it, because the thing is, it's Brash at the time was 54.
Yeah, that's insane.
And he, like, and well, the thing again, it's what he actually said later on. Sorry, I was just reading the quote to make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
He said that they both hit the ball ridiculously well. He said they're phenomenal tennis players. He said, but if you've been on the men's tour, there's shots you can play that are going to put them in difficulty. It's like, I was hitting the ball with just like full spin. I wasn't trying to hit power. I was just full spin. And he went, it's a style of tennis that they don't face week in and week out. Yeah,
that's it. But no, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad we had this chat. We are trying something new. We're trying to cut the stream down, the podcast down. So that is going to be us tonight. Thank you for that. Let us know in the chat, in the comments.
If you
like the one conversation thing. I think that was cool. I think it's good to go one time.
No, it allows us to like take our time and, you know, have a chat.
Yeah, that's locked down. I like it. Well, thank you, sir. Until next time.